Today, we're going to be looking at 5 insanely cheap stocks that there's a professional YouTuber out there who's looking to buy right now. Now, I am not only a professional YouTuber, but also a professional investor. I am competing in the US Investing Championship in 2026, and I want to watch this video with you today. 5 insanely cheap stocks I'm buying right now. Maybe I need to add them into my portfolio for the US Investing Championship. Hot take, probably not. Probably not. But let's watch this together. Maybe we can learn something.
Joseph Hogue here with your weekly stock market update, 9 a.m. Eastern every Monday morning with the stocks to watch and the stock market news you need to see. And Nation, investors are selling their best stocks, not because the business is broke, but because fear is taking over. But for those of you that can look past that fear, that second chance that investors always say they want is coming. I'll reveal my 5 highest conviction stocks, companies down.
Okay. Of the 3 little screenshots he's shown, I couldn't tell you what they were. Looks like Shopify could be one of them. All of them look like they're in stage 4 downtrends. Now, if you haven't been here for a while, let me explain what the market cycle is, because I'm 100% sure we're going to be talking about it in just a second here. Hold tight. So the market cycle is a real phenomenon in the market. Let me show you a couple examples real quick. You ever heard of it's a baby stock? You probably never heard of it before. I'm sure that your parents didn't own it. You might not have owned it at one point or anything like that. A little bitty baby stock called Microsoft. A little bitty itty bitty tiny baby stock called Microsoft is in a stage 4 decline right now. I mean, but that's got to be a one-off, right? There's no way that another stock like Robinhood, Future Finance is definitely not going to be for Robinhood. What about SoFi? I heard SoFi is going to enter the S&P 500 and it's going to say, the market cycle is real. Now, let's explain what it is. Stage 1 is the sideways movement in the consolidation phase before the big, beautiful uptrend where everybody feels like a genius in the bull market. You buy the stock while it's in your stage 2 uptrend. It is so easy. It is effortless is what I like to describe it as. And you're like, man, this is what trading should be. But stage 3 happens when all your moving averages start crossing back over, and it actually gives you so many warning signs before the stage 4 big, nasty, scary downward move happens, where everybody's having all these mixed feelings. The problem here is that most people buy right near the top, right here, in the thrill, belief, euphoria stage. And then most people sell out at the bottom in the anger, capitulation, disbelief stage. This is normal. This is why 90% of investors lose 90% of their accounts first 90 days of trading. And if you're following random guys on the internet who tell you to buy stocks as they are crashing down through their stage 4 downtrend, they're selling you the dream of you're going to be such a brilliant genius investor that you're going to be the one guy who finds the bottom. And you know what? It's only up from there, my friend. No. You're not going to be the guy who buys at the top. No, of course not. You're going to be the one who buys down here at the bottom right before it turns. And then the next thing you know, Lambos all day. Lambos for days. Listen, this time is different. This stock is not going to have a stage 4 scary nasty downtrend. No. Don't you understand? It's just a slight correction, a slight pullback before it starts running up like crazy. But then again, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're 26 seconds in, and I have no idea what he's going to say. Let's watch this together.
Dominating growth industries where big picture forces are still.
You guys see this, right?
Intact. These stocks are now at 30 and 50% discounts to their.
This is not going to be good. So, Joseph, we don't know each other, but I'd like to get you to be introduced to our channel. See, what we do around here is we buy the rip, right? What we do is we want to buy stocks as people are getting more greedy, when the market's getting more greedy, when the sectors are getting more greedy, not when people are terrified. Oh, but you got to buy when blood's in the street. Bro, if you buy when blood's in the street, guess whose blood will also be out in the street? Any guesses? Yours, right? You're not going to find the bottom. Don't try and be a cowboy. Don't try and be Batman. Only I'm Batman. All you got to do is wait for the trend to show you which direction it's going. And here's the thing, is that I can, with absolute certainty, with no need for a YouTube disclaimer whatsoever, 100%, I will tell you exactly the direction that a stock is going with full certainty, and I'll do that on these as well. But I can't tell you duration, and I can't tell you magnitude, but I can certainly tell you direction all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. If you are looking for the opportunity to buy a stock that's 30 to 50% down, you don't understand the difference in assets and consumables. Okay. An asset is something you want to be buying as it's growing in value. Think of it this way. Your house is an asset. Do you really want to buy your house when it's down 50%? Well, yeah, because then I get a great deal. No. It doesn't work like that. If your house is down 50%, that's because the Texas Roadhouse just moved out of your town. That's because every house in the neighborhood is also crashing down in value. That's because there's a crack house that just moved in next door. And guess whose house is next for the crackheads? Okay. It's crashing down in value because nobody wants it. The market is telling you exactly what it wants. And it is not your house and it is not your stock, if that's how you think about it. A consumable, for example, a very handsome DuckTales mug like this, a consumable, or even an iPhone, what is this, 17 Pro? I got the little one because I got little bitty baby hands. I don't know, whatever the new one is, 17, I think. This is a consumable. It will go down in value. I know it. Your car will go down in value. You know it. So therefore, if you pick it up on a sale, hey, that's a great deal because I know I'm going to be losing money on it anyway. Assets, consumables, very different things here. You want to be buying assets as they're going up. But for a consumable, hey, you know what? If I can get a 50% discount on this mug or even a 50% discount on the coffee in the mug, even better. Let's go. That's great. You don't want to buy the dip, want to buy the roof for the same reason as you don't know how far it's going to rip. All right, now we're 33 seconds into this. I still have not heard anything. I don't know how far I may rage quit this video because I don't think Joseph Hogue has any idea how to invest correctly.
Fair value. A trigger is coming for each of them, and you need to be ready. Stick around, and I'll also share important news on shares of Palo Alto Networks.
That one, that Walmart, that's a stock I want to own. Look at that. Why wouldn't you want to own that? That looks great.
PANW, Walmart, ticker WMT, and an update to our stock market outlook. But first, look for the link in the description for some of the best deals on investing sites I use. I use 5 different
platforms. Oh, he uses SoFi. Hang on, we got to skip forward.
And sites I've used and totally into correction territory with growth stocks plunging. Stocks in the Global X AI Tech ETF, the AIQ, are down almost 7%, and the Cloud Computing ETF, ticker CLOU, has plunged 18% in less than 4 months. Nation, it never ceases to surprise me that investors howl for a second chance to buy stocks on the cheap, but then when they do get that sell-off, panic and sell out of their best investments.
You are absolutely wrong. I'm sorry. Right. Let's look at an example here of best case scenario. Best case scenario right here, right? When you missed SoFi at around $9 and it went up to $18 and then it came back down to $9. Hey, that's your second chance to buy it at $9. Hang on. Don't mind the fact that it went down 51%. And in order to get back to this new all-time high, it has to go up 110%. Don't mind that. Okay. Don't mind the fact that it has to double to get back to, all-time highs. Just think about the future, bro. Just think about the future of how much money you're going to have. This is exactly, man, I really don't know how far I'm going to get in this video. I'm going to try, but I'm not going to cuss. I'm not, but I want to so hard. Grandpa Ewell told me that I need to lay off the language. This is exactly how and why 90% of people blow up 90% of their accounts the first 90 days of trading. And it gets me riled up so bad because I want the best for you. I want to make money in the market. You want to make money. That's the whole reason we're talking about the market to begin with. And yet somebody comes on here and wants to tell you, buy it now as it's crashing down because now is the best chance to get back in. Just think about it. Just think about it. Just think about it. Wait, no, seriously, think about it. We're crashing on Microsoft, levels not seen for an entire year. Microsoft is down lower than it was a year ago. And in fact, if we zoom out a little bit, January 2024, so 2 years. Now's the best time ever to buy it because anybody who's bought it for the last 2 years is flat to underwater. What a great investment that I could have held on to it for 2 years and I've made how many dollars? No, seriously, think about that. You've held on to it for 2 years and you've made nothing. Hang on. You've made nothing.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
But now's the best time to buy. This is going to be hard for me. I'm just saying.
I've been highlighting why 2026 is going to be a very good stock market. Trump's pick for Fed chair, despite what he might say publicly, will be doing everything in his power to lower interest rates. Tax cuts from last year's budget bill will not only save corporations hundreds of billions of dollars, boosting profits, but are expected to increase the average tax refund by over $2,000 to reignite consumer spending. The fear and greed index has swung back and forth from fear to extreme fear over the last few months, but it's only a matter of time before sentiment swings back to greed and pushes up stock prices.
Let's just go to Microsoft. Oh, by the way, new updates in OVTLYR, by the way. Brand new update. This morning, when I logged in OVTLYR, I was like, wait a minute, where's the bear list? And I texted my head. She's like, hit the drop down. Did you guys see this yet? Full list, bear list, high news coverage list. This is brand new. This is actually brand new. Then you can hit the expand button and it shows you the current sentiment. You can make it positive, negative, neutral, sentiment change date, sector, overlay, that's your trend, that's your news coverage. So these mean UNA is unusual news activity, TMT, top mentions today. It's also known as the money team, okay? If you follow Floyd Mayweather, top mentions today / the money team. Yeah, boy. OC status, that's your OVTLYR channels. So I want to pull into one of these real quick and then we'll go over to yeah. Oh, it's coming. We'll pull over to Microsoft. So we're looking at SNY. This is in the healthcare sector. Now, this is new down here. Over on the right-hand side, check this out. You're going to love this. So we've always had stock news. You may not have noticed it, but we've always had stock news. I'm going to drop off chat for a second so you can see it better. Here is a brand new button called Sentiment. Ooh, what this is. This is really cool, right? This actually shows you how the news stories are evolving. So this is brand new. Literally the first time I've even ever seen it. Right here. So for example, on Friday, January 23rd, there was one neutral story about this stock and one positive story about this stock. By February 2nd, one negative and one neutral. And then over here, you can see there was one negative and 4 neutral. Okay. So this stock hasn't had a whole lot going on really, but it's picked up in the last couple days. That's why it's on the money team list over there. But let's go to Microsoft. I want to look at this one. It is cool, right? Okay, so let's pop Microsoft open, right? Here's all the news stories, and you can actually see if the news story is neutral, positive, okay? Then you come over to the sentiment button, click that. Look at this. This is cool, right? So you can see back on January 29th, there were 18 negative stories, 20 neutral stories, and 23 positive stories. Now today, there's one positive story. That's it. Just one. So Microsoft is not like an unusual news stock. What about SoFi? We got to look at SoFi. It's the future of finance, bro. We'll come back to Microsoft in just a second. Sentiment. All right. So sentiment on here, 1 neutral, 3 positive. So yeah. So we're definitely going to be including this. Let's go back to Microsoft. And so what he's saying is that, at some point, bro, listen, bro, at some point, bro, don't you understand the future, bro? Trust me, bro. There's no data to back this up, bro. But listen, bro, come on, bro. Don't you understand, bro? This is the future of, I don't know where Microsoft does. This is the future of technology, bro. Listen, bro, you got to hear me out, bro. At some point, bro, the bottom is going to be in, bro, and we're going to go up from here, bro. Can't you understand? Don't you get it, bro? If you buy it now as it's crashing down, as it's getting more fearful, bro, then the only thing, bro, that's going to happen, bro, is that we're going to hit that bottom, bro, and then we're only going to go up from here, bro. Trust me, bro. That is literally the analysis that we're getting out of this guy. Come on, bro, with the bow tie, bro.
And through all this, investors have vacillated from the belief that AI is going to fizzle out with the money coming up short for that infrastructure build out, to now the fear that AI is going to destroy all jobs and leave us all unemployed. That's driven a giant buy the dip opportunity in a select few.
Oh, duh. I'm pausing because I'm trying to collect my thoughts. I know it's terrible content. I'm really trying to not use bad language, Grandpa. I'm really trying. This is the biggest steaming pile of monkey donkey garbage doo-doo that I've come across. Buy the dip opportunities. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying really hard.
Stocks, sell-offs of 19 to 44% in some of my favorites.
I'm just curious. Let's say that Microsoft, and I don't know if he's going to talk about Microsoft, but let's just say that you had a 40% sell-off. Okay, let's do the math here. Hold on, 44% sell-off. All right, 44% sell-off. What do you put it in the chat? What do you think the math is? Let's say you bought it here. It sold off 44%. What do you think the math is to get back to break even? Remember, you're buying the dip here, my friends. And of course, you don't know how far down that dip is going to go. I'm curious how far up a 44% down move has to be. Let's see. To get back to this height right here. Only 80%. 80%. It has to go up 80%. So, in the same logic, people, if you really think that buying the dip is so smart because you want to get a great deal, you don't know how far it's going to rip. Let's say it falls another 40%. I mean, and it could, because we don't know how far down it's going to go. Why not be buying the rip because you don't know how high it's going to go? Or do you want to just buy a stock that's not gone any for 2 years? Okay, but shut up, Chris. We're 2 minutes, 56 seconds in this video. We've yet to hear any one of his particular stock picks. And I've taken 3 years off my life. All right.
Now, understand, I'm not saying you just bottom fish for the hardest hit stocks, buying those and dream of
Why not? Sounds like that's your logic.
how much money you're going to make when they rebound. But nation, it is times like this that revisiting your analysis in those highest conviction stocks can uncover opportunities to double down and make a lot of money. And first up on my list is Shopify.
Okay. Breathe, Chris. It's okay. Not everybody is a professional investor. Some people are just professional. Fill in the word with whatever you want. Shopify. This is a terrible, no good, very bad, hot garbage stock. In fact, OVTLYR would have had you out on December 29th. Let's go measure how far that is. Shopify. December. Oh, God. All of these are in stage 4 downtrends so far. I'm not going to put any money on it because I'm not going to buy this stock with your money. No way. This is a stage 4 downtrend. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, the moving average has crossed over stage 4. Okay. So listening to this guy, now it's got a 31% pullback. Now's the time. Now's the time, baby. Don't you understand? You got to load the boat right here because it can only go up. It can only go. In fact, from where it's at today to where the sell signal was, it has to go up 46%. Has to go up 46%. Awesome. Tell me why this is such a great investment that had you had OVTLYR, which is 82 cents a day, I would have been able to save 31% of my investment. And in fact, there is absolutely going to be a time to buy it. But not right now. Not right now. And remember, I told you that I can tell you direction. The 10 EMA, the 20 EMA, and the 50 EMA. When those are crossed over, when the 10's over the 20, price is over the 50, that is a bullish trend. Guess when you get paid? Does anybody know when you get paid? There's this rule, something about profits. Profits are on the stocks that you like the most, bro. Right? Isn't that what it is? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. The pro tip is that profits follow price. Exactly. Profits follow price. So if you want no profits, you want negative profits, just, buy it on the way down. If you want profits, use the OVTLYR trend template, use OVTLYR. It'll show you the direction that's going. It'll give you those buys and sell signals, and you can just let it rip all the way up. And so rather than buying it on the dip, because you don't know how high it's going to dip or how low it's going to dip, you could buy it on the rip and be up 85%. Now, again, this stock will probably at some point in the future reverse. That is your time for entries. It is not now. Not only is this in a downtrend right now, it is in a very aggressive downtrend. How do you know if it's aggressive or not? Look at the distance between the moving averages. When they spread apart like this, that is a very strong trend. This is the type of trend that you don't want to get in the way of. But let's say that, trust me, bro, it has to go up from here, bro. Bro, listen, Shopify's the future of e-commerce, bro. Bro, come on, bro. Like, we don't have to have any data to back this up, bro. We don't need a team of 20 PhDs and data scientists and, math nerds to come up with trading plans that actually have a proven consistent edge that you could use in the market all the time. No, bro, no, trust me, bro. This is the bottom. We got to go up from here, bro. Don't you understand, bro?
Ticker SHOP, the leader in cloud-based e-commerce platforms, enabling businesses of all sizes.
I can't do it. He's going to throw fundamentals and crap at this. I really can't. Like who, seriously though, think about this. Whatever this chart's representing, it doesn't matter. I can't use the "it doesn't matter" thing from WWE anymore. We got a copyright strike on that. It doesn't matter how great this is or these projections. This is going out into the future. If the price is going down, that's the only thing you get. You don't get paid based on projections. You don't get paid based on same sales data, IT spend, whatever. The only thing you as an investor get paid on is if the price goes up. Oh, yeah, Kostya, thank you very much. I even have it written on my shirt right here. The 10 over 20 price over 50, my friends, my bros. Thank you, Kostya. I don't want to listen to the fundamental garbage because it doesn't matter. Okay, Salesforce.
Been falling for longer and is probably my least confident of these 5 stocks, but maybe just too cheap to ignore at this point. Shares plunged
almost spit out my coffee when he said almost too cheap to ignore. Just like that crack house. Let's apply the same logic here, people. Just like that crack house over there. 1434 York Street, Anytown, USA. And you live at 1435. Just like that crack house over there. Can't ignore it. It's so cheap, you can't ignore it. No, you can't ignore it because there's bullet holes. And then you got to see those whoopties, right? Or hoopties, those hoopties that are parked out front. And let's not forget the zombies that are walking out of that place. You definitely aren't going to ignore that. You don't get extra credit for being early. Well said, Trey. Wait for it to happen and buy the rip if it ever happens. Sell signal on CRM. Again, I think this is probably worth the 82 cents a day. Sell signal came while it was still in the midst of this uptrend. And then the bottom has fallen out. The fear and greed is down to 10. Well, that's great, Chris, because it can only go to 0 on the fear and greed, right? So therefore it has to go up, right? Of course, right? Of course. Go to CRM real quick. Let's measure how far it's, holy goodness. Sell signal came in the midst of an uptrend, January 5th. I've already marked it. I don't know. You tell me. Do you, in fact, I'm going to ask you this question. Do you feel like for 82 cents a day, that saving 25% of your investment was a good deal? Right? I mean, 82 cents a day is certainly a lot less than you lost in the stock right here. In fact, even if you had one share, it went down $64 a share. Okay.
Almost 30% in just the last few weeks after Anthropic released several AI models and renewing fear that AI is going to put software companies like Salesforce out of business. While that might be true over the next 5+ years, the sell-off is overdone and the next couple of years' growth for CRM should support higher prices. Companies aren't...
You hear it? Did you hear it? I'll rewind it in case you did. Hang on. We only got 5 minutes in this video, and I'm very close to rage quit. Hang on. Did you hear it?
And the next couple of years' growth for CRM should support higher prices. Companies aren't...
That, my friends, is the one very most dangerous word in finance. The most dangerous word in finance. Dude, Gina, I'm sorry, Gina. Dudette, Gina, I love this. And it probably comes across. I love it. I don't know what this guy loves. Maybe he loves to buy crappy stocks because he doesn't love profits. He doesn't love making money. He doesn't love telling you where good opportunities are, where investments are actually going to make sense, because this is not that. This is not that. Now, granted, hear me out. I will 100% agree that at some point in the future, it will most likely bottom and start to come back up. How aggressively will it come back up? I don't know. Not all stage 4 downtrends resolve into a very quick stage 1 and then followed by stage 2. That doesn't always happen. Has it happened in the past? Absolutely. So you should, there you go, I'm going to say it. You should be ready. Because, for example, AMD was in a horrible, disgusting, nasty downtrend for a hot minute. Hang on, remove 3 drones. A horrible downtrend for a hot minute. And then it did bottom and it turned around. So, receipts are on YouTube. I was screaming to everybody who had listened, do not buy this dip. Do not buy this dip. And you look at this and you're like, well, why not, Chris? That was stupid. You should have been... Hang on, derpy jokers here. Why not, Chris? You should have been buying the dip the whole time. Didn't you know the future? Couldn't you see? Hang on, we're going to do the replay real quick. Didn't you know that it was, of course, going to go up from here, right? Never mind the fact that we can't see the right-hand side of the chart, right? This is what it would look like. Remember, at that time, you cannot see the future. So you're watching day after day as your investment evaporates. Day after day, your investment is evaporating. Day after day, your investment's evaporating. Now, I covered lots of videos on YouTube of people screaming, you got to buy the dip on AMD. And honestly, there were times where I was questioning the narrative. Like, what, am I wrong? Surely not, right? Why are people screaming buy the dip right here? I mean, let's just look at it here, right? In the 42 calendar days since January 22nd to here, just this example, it fell by 22%. It fell by 22%. So if you bought the dip, you're now down 22% in your account. All right. We're just going to mark it right there because you'll see in just a second. And as time goes on, you still don't know where that bottom is. And you see this order block being hit and you're like, oh, please let this order block be support. By the way, tell me order blocks don't work. Go ahead. This was a huge area of support right here. And it was exactly the bottom. Exactly. Maybe he has those order blocks. Maybe that's what it is. Hang on. Wait a minute. Hold tight here. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. The 10 went over the 20, price went over the 50. Okay. So if you were the guy who bought it here, 10 over 20, price over 50. We'll go right here. Okay. So 10% down before it finally bottoms. Okay. And then the trend template reverses. So you're still down 10%. Oh no, it didn't work out. Oh no. Well, see, Chris, when the 10 goes over the 20, price goes over the 50, it doesn't mean anything. Well, like I say, you might make a buck or lose a buck. I can tell you direction, but I can't tell you duration or magnitude. Here's a perfect example. And he got back out of the way as it continued to go lower. And boy, did it go lower. Oh, man. Look at that. It got down into the 70s. And then it bottomed again. Remember, we can't see the future. This is all we can see. One candle at a time. And let's say you didn't get in here, right? It's still down 22%. We finally got another bullish cross right here. So you could either be down 18% or you could have waited to buy it as it's ripping up higher and you'd be up 22%. So this person who bought right here, let me circle it. This person who bought right here had to endure months of sell-offs, 104 days of sell-offs before it finally hit the bottom. Okay. Now, if you're cool with listening to Joseph Hogue go down for 104 days before it finally hits the bottom, go for it. But I would rather be buying on this side when you get your buy signals, when you get your trend templates crossing. And then what happened then? Oh, man. Oh, this is awesome. This is what trading's supposed to be like, right? You buy it and it just rips higher. Okay. All right. I like it. Let's keep going here. All right. Good. Perfect. Not mad at all about this. Every day I walk into open my account and I'm up. I'm now up 22% and it took me 32 days. You're back at break even. I'm up 23%. You're at break even. And I did this in 32 days and it took you 139 days. I'm just saying. Professional investors understand you are only going to get paid when the price is moving up. And boy, did you, right? Let's fast forward this. Boy, did you. Look at how high it went. Again. Oh, geez, tell me order blocks don't work. Look at it get rejected right there. Again, buy the dip don't buy the dip because you don't know how far it's going to dip. You want to buy the rip because you don't know how high it's going to rip. And in fact, hang on, he's got another stock. We got to get through all 5 of these stocks. Otherwise, I'm going to rage quit. But you know what? SMCI. Let's go to SMCI. And by all means, if you want to short it all the way down, go for it. If you want to short it all the way down, go for it. Now, let's take a look at SMCI. Let's go over here, SMCI. Yeah, this one, not so brilliant. SMCI, not so brilliant. It did have a bullish cross for a minute, but now it's pushing back down. Again, you can wait. You can wait for it to bottom, and you can wait for it to turn, and then you can wait for it to come back up. Let's go to the next one here. The next one here. We're still on SMCI. Let's go to the next one here. And again, all of the fundamentals, all of these balance sheets, statistics, historical data, none of that matters. None of this matters because you're not going to get paid unless the price of the stock is going back up. And tell me order blocks don't work. It's a random spot on the chart that absolutely rejected it the 3 times it's come there. And by the way, you can make your charts look exactly the same as mine. If you go into our Discord, which you get access to, once you get access to OVTLYR, go into our Discord and go to the FAQ and member contribution section, and then scroll to the trading view section. Then you can get this official 4.2 deep thought indicator, which is exactly the same one I'm using right here. Exactly. My favorites, deep thought 4.2. That is the one I'm using right now. And it will show you the moving averages, and it will show you the order blocks 100% for free. 100% for free as a member of OVTLYR. Let's keep going here. See, it's not so bad when I can just skip forward and I don't have to listen to this bullcrap. ETHA. Okay. ETHA. Hang on, I heard something outside. It sounded like a Lambo driving by. We don't have any OVTLYR data for this symbol. We don't have enough buy and sell data. In fact, how far back does it go? ETHA. Yeah, so we need 5 years of data. This has only been around since 2024. So we don't have enough data to generate the buy and sell signals. But you can still look at this and you can see where the stock is going, right? Okay, hang on. I see him. Hang on. All right, hang on. This guy, not this guy.
Knock. It's Chris Chains. Still him. Hit a couple for the door frame. Too loud. Gold Lambo parked by the slow lane. Full shape Lambo, yes, no shame. Iconic. Knock. It's Chris Chains. Don't ask me how. All buys never sell dates. Why would I? If it pump, then I'm self-made. Built different. Risk management, couldn't tell, mate. Never needed.
Boy, where you been? Trust me, bro, you gotta be buying all them dip stocks. You know what I'm saying? Hang on. So, you know the deals. The deals is, anytime a stock go down 30, 50, 100%, you gotta buy it, baby. You gotta buy. If you want iced out $150,000 Patek Philippe like this, and you want $3 million of chains around your neck like that, and a Batman watch like this one, you know the deal. You got to be buying all them dips. All them dips. Because you ain't a real millionaire unless you walk around the house and it sound like this. You know you're a real millionaire when you jangle through the house like this. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's not really a house. It's more like a triple mansion that's shaped like a Lambo. It's just a gold-plated house. Well, it's not gold-plated because, you know, Chris Chains don't gold-plate nothing. It's a shot of gold or nothing. So, gold Lambo-shaped pool outside my solid gold house. You know the deal. You know the deal? All right. So let's go take a look at them most stocks. I heard hang on, what was it called? And professional YouTuber over here. Hang on. Hold tight. Got all them buttons to click. There's so many damn buttons. Chris Chains said a bad word. There's so many dang buttons over here. 5 insanely cheap stocks I'm buying right now, baby. You know the deal. My Lambo's expensive, but my stocks is cheap. Okay. Let's move on from Ether over to good stock. Give me a good stock over here. How about we're still on ETHA. Let's keep going from ETHA. Move it. Let's go to, oh, you know the deal. PANW. PANW networks. Pall Mall networks. You know I smoked in Pall Malls too. No, PANW. That's a weird symbol for Pall Mall. PANW. Okay. Pall Mall networks. No, I'm saying. Okay. So look at this one. Outliers, them crazy boys over there sell signal on January 21st. As just going screaming down the fear. Don't you understand? When the fear and greed get all fearful, that's when you buy, baby, right? The fundamentals is strong on this company. Them so good. Them fundamentals is so strong. Show me how good them fundamentals is. Yeah, see, 12, 13, 15. You should know that. Don't you know that, boy? And listen, it's undervalued. Don't you get it? It's undervalued. Pall Mall, PANW. Pall Mall network over here. See, I done did told you. Oh, wait a minute. I got to turn off that replay. Oh no. Market cycle ain't real. Don't listen to anything from that random guy on the internet, Chris. You know, here's the deal. You don't want to miss out on this, right? Everybody be talking about how great a stock the Pall Malls is. I'll just double down. Don't you know the deal? When it go down like that and you double down, then you get the profit twice as fast. Know what I'm saying? Buy my course, okay? You double down, the profits twice as fast. Now, I need a gold bow tie, because this guy's so smart, because I really like what he's saying over here. Oh, hang on. Don't buy Walmart. That's too expensive. This guy, Walmart, give me a break over here. Christians don't own Walmart. Christians wouldn't even buy the stock of Walmart. It's too cheap for me. You gotta get them Newport 100s. Newport 100. You know the deal. Gold, baby, gold. So, again, the fundamentals are strong. You don't want to miss out. You double down so you can triple up on your profits, because the more it go down, I'm surprised you guys don't know this, right? The more it go down, the more your profits go up, baby. You know the deal. You know, it's oversold anyway, right? I'll know when to get out. I'll just average down the whole way. It'll be fine. Listen, you know the deal. It can't go lower. It can't go lower. Don't you get it? Right? The Fed will stop in. Jerome Powell, he's going to call up Trump. He's going to be like, Trump, you got to get them Pall Mall cigarettes, and with the Pall Mall network cigarettes. I don't know why they call it Pall Mall network cigarette. Anyways, the Fed, he's going to call it Jerome Powell. He's going to say, Jerome Powell, come buy me some Pall Malls. We're going to smoke them together, and it's going to go up. That's the deal, right? And I mean, it's different this time. You know the deal, baby. Don't worry about that. It can't go any lower. It's already dropped so much. And listen, as a long-term investor, I will hold it long-term until I get my monies back. You know how it go. Hang on. He got most stocks to talk about. Let's move on to the next stock over here. How about Walmart? Again, Christians don't shop Walmart. I only shop at Whole Foods. Ain't no broke boy. You broke boy? Broke boy shop at Walmart. No, I shop at Whole Foods. For the whole paycheck, go to Whole Foods. You know the deal, right? But why you gonna be buying this stock? That's too expensive. Hang on. That stock too expensive. Look at it. I mean, the buy signal came true. On February 5th. I mean, just saying, right? It's too expensive. Oh, dang. The buy signal came true on February 5th. Don't worry about the price right now. It's just too expensive right now. Too expensive. I mean, hang on. Let's do some maps over here. It's only up 5%. I mean, it's only up 5%. Don't you understand? You don't want to be buying dip till at least it goes down 5%. Come on, people. Don't you know nothing? Okay, again, you don't want to buy the rip because that's too expensive, right? The once in a lifetime buying opportunities come down here, because you know when it goes down like that, you double down, you average down, you know exactly where that bottom going to be. You're going to buy all of it right here down the bottom, and then later on you're going to get out. Duh. It can't go any lower once it get down here, right? It's the bottom of the chart for a reason, okay? It's the bottom of the chart for a reason. Let's go back to Pall Mall real quick. Pall Mall. Hang on. what was it? That's right. PANW. There you go. See, it's the bottom of the chart for a reason. It can't go lower. They're so dumb. Anybody who says you don't buy the dip at the bottom of the chart, they're so dumb. Don't you get it? It can't go down any lower anyway to the bottom right there. Duh. So stupid, these people. I'll tell you what. I got a good feeling anyway about Walmart. You know, I don't have a good feeling is paying extra. I don't want to pay that extra money for Walmart. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. So, anyways, I gotta get out of here. So here's the deal. You know the deal. Here's the deal, bro. Trust me, bro. This guy with the bow tie, he's so smart. He's so smart. If only you had listened to him, because he has the same investing mentality as Chris Chains. All right, Chris Chains know what it is. If it ever go down, it's market manipulation. And then I buy it, and then it go up because it's stopped being manipulated when I get to buy it. Okay, that's how it go. That's how it go. So anytime it go down, to blame it on the market. Anytime I go up, it's all Chris Chains. It's all Chris Chains, right? Me and him got the same investment philosophy, that you got to make it go up. All right, that's the deal. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go buy some more of them stocks that's way less more expensive, less expensive than Palm. I gotta go buy some Palm over there. Hang on, I gotta get. See y'all.
Knock, 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 knock. It's Chris Chains. Still him. Hit a club before the door frame. Too loud. Gold Lambo parked by the slow lane. Pool shaped Lambo, yes, no shame. Iconic. Knock, knock. It's Chris Chains. Don't ask me how. All buys never sell dates. Why would I? If it pump, then I'm self-made. Built different. Risk management, couldn't tell, mate. Never needed.
I mean, who could argue with Chris Chains, right? You got to buy the dip, because you don't know how far it's going to dip, and it only goes up from here, right? It only goes up from here. And of course, Chris Chains and Joseph Hogue, the funny part about that, Chris Chains and Joseph Hogue actually have the same investing style. Who would have thought? Both geniuses in their own right. Both geniuses in their own right. And listen, I know you're a genius, and you understand the sarcasm here. And you understand the value of knowing when to get in a stock, and also the value of being a professional YouTuber who shares the screen, but he turns it off because he doesn't want the echoes to happen. That's why I do that. You understand the value of buying the stock as they're ripping up higher, because all-time highs is bullish AF. 52-week highs is bullish AF. Okay? You got to get in as it's going up, because you're not going to get paid like Paul Mall over here, like the Paul Malls. You don't want to get in as it's going down. And OVTLYR shows you everything you're going to need nearly automatically. So listen, if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, click one of these two buttons. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll talk soon.